Hello everybody, my name is Bosco18. Now for this video, I sort of came up with this idea since there's been a bit of a dead week. But anyway, this video is to go over what I think certain quirks would be like in Heroes Online 2 and how they would work and function. With the first of them being Mirko's quirk, Rabbit. Okay, so Rabbit. Here I have a list of how I'm going to explain how this would work in Heroes Online 2. Let's first talk about the rarity. Now, how rare would this quirk be? I'm saying about a good rare. I think it would fit the rare category very well, given the fact A, it is a mutation-based quirk, so it's like with Tail, where it feels like it would not as common, but more rare. And in my own opinion, I think mutation-based quirks should just fall into the category of either common or rare, depending on how popular that mutation is. Like, I can understand maybe why Hawks' quirk got the treatment it did because of the character. I think Mirko, it could be in the same, but I don't think it needs to go into any epic category unless you wanted to. So maybe like high tier rare, but low tier epic if you wanted to like figure out where you wanted to place it. Alright, so the next part I want to talk about is the category section. This means either if this quirk is going to be used in a strength-based build or a quirk-based build. Obviously, Rabbit has to go into the strength-based. At the end of the day, it just enhances your leg strength and allowing you to jump higher and to kick with extreme force. This also gives you an enhanced instinct and intuition, while also enhancing some other parts of your physical body. But at the end of the day, all it would really come down to is how well you are in close quarters combat. Since, again, your fighting style is mainly going to be centered around your legs. Which is why I think this would fit in perfectly with the strength-based build. Alright, next is the move set for a Rabbit. Now, obviously, this will have, in my own opinion, I think, two kind of skill trees. And here's what I mean about that. Sort of like how with Sword, you have the basic Sword moveset while also having Lunge. So, the second skill tree for Rabbit. This is just going to have one big passive that I like to call Survival Instinct. Mainly what this passive does is acts as a gut, so that when you die, and you will have a chance to sort of heal yourself back up and come back stronger, in the sense that you will be brought back but with only 5% of your health, but you will have an upgrade in both stamina and in strength. Now, depending on how much you want to give that, that's going to be Ark's decision, but either way, you will be able to move faster, jump higher, and hit harder with your strength moves, because a lot of this is going to be based on strength. So that is my idea for a big passive. Now, the way this upgrading system for it would work is that you could have it in a way that you could upgrade only twice, meaning you could come back 3 times or just 2 times with your guts, and each time you would be getting stronger, but you would have less and less health. First, let's talk about the moves. Now, however Ark wants to do the moves for this quirk, that is up to him. But personally, there should at least be a passive style combat that you get as your first move, called what I like to call Rabbit combat. This will focus primarily on your legs and you kicking, basically. Next is the Lunar Ring move that Mirko does. Now, this could act as your hyper armor move, since it seems to be a very close quarters type of move. I have some of the other moves listed here. I could go into detail into all of them, but the Luna Ring was the only real one I want to talk about. A lot of the moves for Rabbit would basically be, I think just more close quarters combat. I do have an idea for a move where you can hook your leg behind a person's head to bring them in close, so that way you can use some of the combat moves. Like, for example, there's the grabbing kick move that the leg combat has for the base game. The problem is, grab moves, nobody really uses them because they're kind of worthless. Overall, I think Rabbit's going to be focusing heavily on combo making, because you're going to be in close quarters combat. It could have a couple of guard breaks, since the way that this quirk works is, since it does rely heavily on strength, I do believe that a majority of the moves, or if not all of the moves, should be guard breakable, but maybe not also. It really just depends on how Arc really wants to use this quirk. Now, as for the ultimate to Rabbit, a good friend of mine did give me a good idea of it being called Moon Rabbit. Now, of course, there is a video that I do have that does kind of go into what Rabbit's ultimate could look like. And I do have another idea for a secondary ultimate. That I think it could also have, meaning it would have 2 ults, which I think is fair considering we don't have that many ults in the game currently, and it seems that every ult that Arc is going to add is going to have at least maybe 2 moves.
Arkham, add Rabbit to the game and my life is yours. Anyways, here's my video on why, because I don't have access to suggestions yet, and I like to talk rather than type. Reason number 1 is that there aren't a lot of strength-based quirks in the game right now, and this would be a great addition to help with that. Of course you may think that this could just be a reskinned tail, but I believe that you could definitely make it unique and different. I mean, first of all you'll have rabbit ears, and second you'll be using legs instead of tail. It'll add more variety, because more quirks equals more combinations you could pull off. And with Rabbit being strength-centered, it won't just be another OF DLC, and it'll encourage people to try the other strength quirks with it. Another is that people actually want the quirk. Look at Bosco's stream, where he asked what people wanted, and you'll see that people wanted Rabbit added. I even asked in the Discord, and people seemed to want it. Adding a quirk that people want, and isn't just the generic funny FO hee hee haha, can get people to play the game, and actually enjoy the variety, and not just the same old rarest equals best mentality. Last, fan service. People love bunny girls, and just any type of animal like humans. I mean, just adding bunny ears and a tail can get people to play the game even if it is a specific type of person.
Along with that, here's some cool accessories that could be given. Like, you can make Mirko a boss, and you could try to get her hero outfit. That could also, like, kind of enhance, like, your jumps and give you a bit of a speed boost too. Overall, that's pretty much it. I do have a Decay video coming out where I want to go over my own ideas of Decay, so be on the lookout for that. As always, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below for more. As always, my name is Bosco8, and I'll see you all later. Bye!